Welcome to the news stories of this week. Now, previously we reported on the discovery of vast oceans that used to exist on the surface of Mars. Now NASA has confirmed that rivers on Mars may have persisted for much longer than they originally thought. These riverbeds are dated to about 3.4 to 2 billion years ago. And this is a period when scientists think that Mars was already drying up, so this find raises many questions about this era in Mars's past. How did Mars lose the majority of its atmosphere, and how did this previously wet Mars keep the surface warm enough for water to flow so easily across its surface? Now, staying with Mars, NASA's Curiosity rover has taken some very interesting images of pebbles on Mars. Now, when you look at these images, these pebbles very much remind me of the pebbles that you would expect to find in riverbeds. So again, it confirms the previous story as well, that there are many more riverbeds or lake beds across the surface of Mars. So the general thinking is that the surface of Mars was wetter for much longer than they originally had thought. And finally, a story about exoplanets. Scientists have made the most detailed direct observation of an exoplanet to date. And this exoplanet is 129 light years away and is the first exoplanet to be studied directly using a technique called optical interferometry. Now, the image was taken using the gravity instrument on the Very Large Telescope in Chile and has 10 times the resolution of the previous image taken of an exoplanet. And they were able to overlay images from different wavelengths in order to actually amplify the signal. Now, the exoplanet in question is the innermost world in a 4-planet system orbiting a very young star, and it is about 5 to 10 times the size of Jupiter and orbits at around the same distance as Saturn does. Now, the team were able to detect the chemical composition of the atmosphere, which contained more carbon monoxide than methane, with clouds which are made of iron and silicates. And this in itself caused the scientists a lot of confusion, because normally you would expect in an atmosphere like that the methane to outweigh the carbon monoxide, because more often than not the carbon monoxide would react with the hydrogen, forming more methane, but in this case there wasn't, and this implied that there must be very large storm systems, meaning that the two are kept very separate. So the combination of both the carbon monoxide atmosphere and the iron and the silicate clouds creates these massive storms that actually encircle the whole planet, and these storm systems actually glow from within. So very interesting, and I can't wait for them to turn that camera on other, what I would consider to be more interesting exoplanets with a larger possibility for life to exist on them. I hope you found this interesting. Look out for a story on dark matter coming out on Monday. As always, be brave, be curious. The truth is waiting for us. Until next time.